გამარჯობა საქართველო, GIZO უჯარმელი ამერიკის შეერთებული შტატებიდან. დღეს მე მიმყავს ეს პატარა გადაცემა ჩემი მეგობრების სახლიდან, ბენუა და კლეარსაგან. ბენუა არის საფრანგეთიდან, ქალაქ პარიზიდან, კლეარის ამერიკელი გოგო ამ ქალაქიდან და რამოდენიმე წლის წინ შეუღლდნენ, ახლა უკვე ყავთ 3 მშვენიერი ბიჭი. ჩემი გოგო სალომე ხშირად თამაშობს ამ ბავშვებთან. გახსოვთ, როცა ვამბობ ხოლმე ჩემს ვიდეო რეპორტაჟებში ყოველთვის ვამბობ, რომ სალომე ფრანგ ბიჭებთან გაიქცა მეთქი და აი ეს ახალგაზრდა წყვილი ეხლა რამოდენიმე შეკითხვას მივცემ და ისინი დიდი სიხარულით გიპასუხებენ. Hi there. How are you doing? So this is Benoa, this is Claire. Now everything goes in English. Benoa, tell me a little bit about your story. How did you come to America? How you met? You know, how long it's been here?
11 years ago. It's love who brought me in America. Claire visited France, met me there, and brought me back. Basically, that's it.
So you came to America first, right? And then on accidental occasion you met Claire.
She met me in France.
Oh, you went to France on vacation.
And then Benoit there.
Oh, I see. And what was the connection before? How this came together in France?
Oh, that's when from my parents who visited my brother was in Wisconsin, and they met the parents of Claire and met together, and the mom of Claire and Claire visited France to see my parents, and I ended up to be there that day.
So there was some connection between the parents before, and then this connection created the connection between two of you. So and it's been you've been married for how long? 11 years?
It's going to be 11, yeah.
Going to be 11 for 10 years. And Benoit, I asked Benoit first because he's an actual immigrant, just like we are. So your experience in America, how America embraced you? I mean, if you compare Europe to America, what's so different in America?
Well, I don't know if it's, well, yeah, it's different, but that means that was very welcoming, and I was very embraced and supported, and have plenty of chances to shine, and that was great. I mean, I was like, I'm amazed by the charity of American people. Very, very welcoming.
They're very giving, right?
Yes,
they're very giving.
A lot. So
Americans.
that's great. Everybody have a chance. Come over.
So Claire, when you met this French guy, so you know Americans usually don't embrace too much. Unless you are someone extraordinary traveler, and usually I met people, they live here their entire life and never left Marathon County. Now when you met Benoit, the idea of starting a family with foreigner, what was it like for you as an American girl?
Well, I think I had already traveled to quite a few places and had been to Europe a number of times, so was interested in kind of having my life and horizons not just be limited to Marathon County or Wisconsin. So I was definitely, you know, not necessarily looking for a husband, but you know, open to life, whatever life brings, and not limited based on the country someone's from. So, and I love France. France is a beautiful country.
And I see you share love to wine. It's good wine. Yeah, so we Georgians love wine too.
Yes, I look forward to
So we all share. Yes, absolutely. So Benoit, what you do here? Are you working in your profession? What you learned in France, is that what you are doing here?
Yeah, it took me it took me time to get back to the same level, but it's great, and I went above, and I'm a graphic art director for a pet supply company.
I'll say a few words in Georgian. Benoa ეხლა მუშაობს ერთ-ერთი ყველაზე მსხვილი მეცხოველეობის კომპანიის art დირექტორად, ხო? დაწინაურდა ახლახანს, თავისი პროფესიით მუშაობს, ანუ graphic designer-ია, ეს შეისწავლა საფრანგეთში და ამ პროფესიით აგრძელებს ეხლა ამერიკაში მუშაობას. Was it hard to go into your profession? I mean, it was at the beginning, when you come to America, that's my experience. It's hard to not only compete, hard to prove yourself, right?
Well, you arrive, you are known. So all your professional portfolio and relation and contacts are to be revealed.
Yes.
So the language was a big barrier.
Yes, the language was even like metric from inches and
Sure.
all of that. As far
Switching
as being
that.
a graphic designer for print and all of that, all of those have to be relearned. Technical little things, but it's easy to go over it. It takes time, but yeah. I came here. I started with temp agency, and I was making archiving for alphabetical order paper. So
You had to go
everything was possible once I had my work visa, and after I worked with architect, and after I worked with Fisker's company, and
So you've changed few companies, right?
yeah, everything
Before you
was available I was taking, and I ended up finding something who was fitting back what I was used to do somehow, in majority, and it became a great career.
Claire, what do you do? You are
I work in marketing.
marketing.
Yes, I'm in business and product development for a credit union, which is like a bank, but it's a member-owned financial institution.
This is very different. My dear Georgians, credit union, სადაც კლეარ მუშაობს მარკეტინგის განყოფილებაში, აქ ბანკების გარდა არის კიდევ ესეთი საკრედიტო გაერთიანებები. It's non-profit, right? Technically, it's non-profit.
Right. Or the profit goes back to lower rates on
back to the members. ანუ წევრებზე დაფუძნებული ფაქტიურად წევრებზე დაფუძნებული საბანკო ორგანიზაცია, სადაც პრინციპში არის მოგებისთვის კი არ მუშაობენ, არამედ ის მოგება, რომელიც კეთდება ამ ბანკებში, ისე უბრუნდება ამის წევრ დამფუძნებულ წევრებს. ანუ უფრო საუკეთესო ფინანსური პროდუქტები მოგება უბრუნდებათ როგორც ფინანსური პროდუქტი ბანკის წევრებს. What do you exactly do there, Claire?
So I, as Director of Business Development and Product Development, I make sure that we have the right mix of products to meet our members' needs, and then help kind of identify the right marketing strategies to make sure our members know about them and offer the right services for them. So whether it's developing a new product, understanding what the rates would be, so if someone's going to buy a new car and they need a loan for that, helping understand maybe there's a new way of doing that loan or an incentive to help people with the right product. And then marketing and advertising.
And that's your new job too, right?
Yes.
You recently started here.
Yes, I spent about 8 years in a healthcare company. So a very, very large company of hospitals, because here a lot of that's private. Also not profit, but it's not public. So I worked there for many years, and then just this summer went over to the credit union, which is a great change.
And you both are, how old you both are? You're in your late 30s?
41.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, much younger than you guys. But so if you could say something about, like, one thing about America, Benoa and Claire, to my fellow Georgian people, because you know, lots of people in Georgia admiring America, lots of people asking, do you really, can you really live American dream? Is that really true? So if you could say something to them, what would that be about America, your experience?
Well, if I start, I could say one thing. It's like I was in Paris before, and living in Paris, you have to be very, very, very wealthy to be owning anything over there as far as housing or anything. Here I'm living in a house that I could never have dreamed having in France, even in the country. And we have a lot of, it's peaceful and it's everything we need around. And GIZO helped us find this house, actually. And found us this, accomplished this American dream.
We created the best neighborhood on Hamilton Street, right?
Well, not every place in America is the same. I mean, there are challenges in Wausau or other communities, but I think that's what's great about Wausau. Is it's affordable, there's great housing, there's a lot of history. It's very, very welcoming to people, whether it's, you know, sorry, my children are...
No, that's good, that's right. Yeah, Xavier.
Look at, say hi. This is
hi, Xavier. Xavier.
Look at, say hi. Hi.
Hi. Are you good in French? You see? Every child becomes better in French, right? Like, first one is tougher, then second one better.
Xavier told me this morning that when he's grows up, he's going to live in France. So
Really?
it's hard to maintain the culture of our Benoit's original country because the kids go to school here and they, want to be.
Yeah, and there is nothing wrong, I actually also think that, Salome is, of course, she has Georgian origin, but she's an American girl. Period.
You do a great job of language with her, though. She really
Well,
is.
lots of Georgians sometimes fighting me on YouTube, saying that I'm not doing a good job because my daughter is not quite talking Georgian, but
And me the same. A lot of my family tell me
they
that,
probably
"Why is he
criticize
not
you,
speaking
but
French?"
but it's hard in America. You're surrounded with different culture, and obviously you are more concerned that your kids find themselves here and do well,
Yep.
right?
And I'm, as the mom, an English speaker, I speak French, but not comfortably like with the children all the time. So, and Benoit was learning English when he moved here, so we really spoke in English as a family. So we sometimes speak in French, but I think if a family came here from another country, it's okay and encouraged to maintain that language. But sometimes if one person speaks a different language or English, it might get overpowered.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you would have been French, maybe we would have speak French in the house. Completely.
You know what?
That's it.
I noticed that when you come to America, everything's so cool in America, right? Like Europeans really love America at first. Then you kind of become part of it and you subscribe in this fast rush, kind of chase a little bit of the career, family, all these needs we have. And at some point you start thinking, oh, I wish I would go back to Europe. How is it in your case? Do you sometimes feel like, I wish I lived in Europe when you travel and,
Well, I could say I think we have the both way of looking at it. It's like when we met each other just a month before, I had no idea I would be living in America. I mean, I would have even maybe a year before that laughed if someone asked me that. Not that it would be not in my plan, but it's just like I was not seeing anything allowing me to do so, and it happened. So I'm kind of having the same approach of maybe going back to France one day and like we retire. I mean, I always keep the door open. Love traveling. So
Claire, would you move to France back?
I would. I think we're happy where we are now. It would be maybe hard to move the kids, and also the cost of living, especially in this
It's easier in America, that's for sure.
It's easy. I mean, we work hard, but then we have enough money to, have
You
nice
can
stuff.
afford things, yep.
Exactly. So that might be hard, but I mean, every place I visit, usually I want to move there. So it's always nice to just at least visit new places and experience new things.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your friendship.
yeah.
Thank you.
Georgian people are...
Hello to the Georgian people.
Hello to Georgia. Xavier, say, how do you say hello to Georgia in French? How do you say hello to Georgia? Bonjour, Georgie, right?
Bonjour la Géorgie.
Bonjour, la Georgie.
Bonjour.
კარგად, ჩემო ქართველებო, ყოველთვის შევეცდები რაღაც პატარა რეპორტაჟები გადავიღო ამერიკულ ცხოვრებაზე და მოგიყვეთ თუ როგორ ცხოვრობს ამერიკა. ეს თქვენთან იყო გიზო უჯარმელი და დროებით.